cracking, what's cracking? I'm out here in the UK on the straight out of Compton tour, man. Much love. And you know you rocking with, man. It's Lil Easy E, and we about that online. So we finna get it cracking, man.
How that happened at first, man, it was like, I get in a label like around early 98, maybe mid 98 or whatever, like right around the time when we started working on TRU, the Crime Family. You know what I mean? So I walk in on that, they working on that or whatever, you know, and it's like, I'm in there, you know, he threw me on some shit, I get in, you know what I'm saying? And so I remember one night, like my first night up there, dude just like, he like, hey, take these and knock some shit out, I'll be back. So he give me a track to knock out, but I wind up knocking out 3 of them. And dude come back in and you know, such, whatever. So at this point, you know, it's just like I'm up here to, you know, do some music or whatever. But when it got to that point, it's like right after that, I signed. The next day I signed or whatever. At that point, to working on that album and getting there, it was like at first, dude wasn't even interested in it. And I was like, damn, hey man, when you gonna put me on something, when you gonna throw me on this, you know, such shit like that. We would do shows, shoot videos, and it's like, you know, people would be out with cameras doing interviews and he would only grab like certain people. So I was like, but what made that happen was C Murder, man. C Murder called me one day and he was like, hey bro, I want you to meet up with me. And I met up with him. He's like, look, man, we're gonna go to Pete. Tell Pete, man, look, fuck that, man. You're gonna sign with TRU. Man, look, I'm gonna add you in Magic, and you know, we got Daily Sounds doing the beats. We gonna do, you know, I'm like, all right, let's roll, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So we get to the mansion, man, and it's like, he go at Pete with the, you know, the proposal with all that shit, and Pete just like, nah, man, I'm about to do something real big with D.I.G. I'm just looking like, okay, where this come from? And maybe like a few days later, that nigga called me like, hey, bro, I'm putting another album out. That's such, I want you to work on it. You know, come up with, let's do this shit, such. And that's what it was. And just so happened that album, I guess he was just impressed with what I was doing at that time. I was like, you know what, nigga, fuck that. I'm gonna put you on this single. That's what it is. That's my reintroduction back to the game. It's gonna be big. And I didn't think it was gonna turn out the way it did, but it was major for me. From that day forward, it's like, yeah. You know?
Because one of my favorite collaborations is it Good Looking Out? You Imagine? Stab, that trap, man. I used to wear that shit out, bro.
Yeah, that shit. It was crazy. It's funny how we come up with the song, bro. It's like, we're in the studio, we're working on some music, and if I can remember, man, I think we was working on his shit, Mac. We was working on like 3 albums at one time, man. You know, it's like, I watched these, like I literally watched Mac with the World War III album, man, record that whole fucking album, man, sit, write, record in like 2-3 days. Like, it's times that I you know, like certain people walk up to me in the studio, he sleep. Like, wake up, nigga, you get back on it. You know what I'm saying? And it was the same thing with Magic, you know, and I don't know, bros, that we did that track, and he was like, man, I want to do a Hitman song. Let's go back and forth. And I was like, all right, let's go. So we actually, when we got to do that song, didn't even write. We just went in that motherfucker just freestyled, and some parts we took out that we wanted to change up, and it came out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, that's crazy, man. That's like a little masterpiece there. When I think, like, when they think of like some of these hip hop songs, like when they you know, Pop got some, Nas got some where they rapping about, you know, in like double entendre sort of stuff. I think that track kind of worked like that, man. The way that you guys work off each other and you paint a picture around it so vivid. You listen to that, you see the whole picture, man.
Right. See, that's the thing, bro. It's like, you gotta understand, first of all, like, we artists that come from an era of storytelling. We're artists that came from an era of where we listen to the beats, but we mostly listen to lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, everybody knows this. At that time when we did that, anytime from that point behind that, it was like, motherfucker come tell you, hey, we rap, I do this. If you're not saying that, motherfucker, hey, nigga, boo your ass quick, I'll tell you, man, you whack.
You whack, yeah, for real.
It's like, that showed a side of us, the art of storytelling too. You know what I'm saying? It showed, and then the collaborations, it's like I see artists now, motherfuckers get on songs, like you do a song and you send it over through the internet. Nah, man, it's like when you together and you working, that energy's just in that fucking room, man, and you got this idea and this concept and y'all come up with it, and then before you know it, at the end of the day, you're like,
Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on abouttheonline.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.